Welcome to the Daily for Thursday, October 20th with Greg Lawless. I'm Jason Seguini. What a match it was last night at RFK. DC United and the Portland Timbers going at it with their playoff lives on the line, Greg. In the end, the 1-1 result eliminates DC from the playoffs.
Yeah, and it was an incredible match for pretty much all 90 minutes. The crowd was going crazy throughout it, and Kenny Cooper put Portland on the scoreboard first, bringing up the pressure a little bit. It wasn't until the second half that Dwayne De Rosario got a goal for DC United, a nice goal in the box, turns his defender, puts it in the upper 90 at the near post, oddly enough. And then it was one of the craziest final 10 minutes of a match that I think I've seen in a very long time, as DC was pushing and pushing to get that win because they had to win to stay alive. A draw and they were out of the playoffs. And what that did is it opened up space going the other way. And Portland coming back, Bill Hamid had a terrific game in goal for DC. So did their backline, several goal-stopping tackles sort of by the defenders for DC. And then you really have to look at some of the finishing up top for United, and they really should have put a couple of them away. Dwayne De Rosario was in a couple times for goals. There was one called back for offside, correctly called back on that play. I mean, just an incredible thing, but in the end, DC United are out of the playoff race.
Yeah, what drama it was in that game. And Dwayne De Rosario getting the goal in that game pushes him ahead in the Golden Boot race. Also, after the game, John Spencer, the coach of Portland Timbers, saying there is no way that Dwayne De Rosario is not the MVP of this league. So interesting to see him come out and say that.
And you know what? I think it's going to be a case of can you vote for a team that doesn't make the playoffs? That's it. Will the media members vote for a player on a team who doesn't make the playoffs? Because that's an issue, I think, for a lot of media members when they're voting for this stuff.
Yeah, another game last night that we should mention was in CONCACAF Champions League. The Colorado Rapids were down in Mexico taking on Santos. They lost 2-0, which means they can still advance, but they need some help.
They do. Isidro Metapan are playing tonight against Real España, and Metapan are at home in Salvador. So it's tough for Colorado right now. You have to imagine that Metapan are going to get a victory at home, and if they do, then Colorado will not advance to the knockout stages.
Yeah, Colorado only advances if those two teams draw in that match. Also, tonight is the LA Galaxy down in Motagua for Champions League. They have to win in order to advance.
Yeah, right now the Galaxy 3 points behind Alajuelense and Morelia, who are both at 12 points. So if the Galaxy get a victory, they will advance. Although they're tied on points, they'll advance because of goal differential. They're right now ahead of Alajuelense in terms of goal differential.
That game is 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight on Fox Soccer Channel. But the big game tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, the New York Red Bulls hosting the Philadelphia Union on ESPN2. And this should be a phenomenal one. The Red Bulls need a win or a tie to advance into the playoffs. If not, it's up in the air.
I don't know where the scheduling gods come from in all of this, but they've set it up wonderfully for this match tonight, because with the DC-Portland game yesterday and all the craziness that went on toward the end of that game as DC were pushing, now you have to expect a similar thing tonight at Red Bull Arena. Don't forget, New York, Philadelphia, huge rivals on the East Coast going at it. You know Philadelphia are going to want to try and knock out the Red Bulls, who will be one of the danger teams in the playoffs if they get in. We know that the Union fans are coming up in mass. They're going to be, I think, 800 to 1,000 fans coming up from Philadelphia for this one. And the Red Bulls, a victory and they're in. A draw and they're in. So either of those and they're into the playoffs. But the way they've been playing, the way that the confidence, the questions without Thierry Henry, their leading scorer, Luke Rogers playing well, that's true. Looks like Marquez is going to be in the midfield again. I mean, there's so many things going on in this one. It's going to be a blast.
And don't forget, Philadelphia Union still trying to finish first in the Eastern Conference, which
So they have
would
a lot
get
to
them
play for as well.
Yeah, that would get them home field advantage throughout the course of the playoffs until MLS Cup, of course. That's all we have for the Daily today. I want to remind everyone, Extra Time Radio will be out tonight, but later tonight, we're going to stay up through the Red Bulls Philadelphia game and tape the podcast afterwards so we can react to everything that goes on. You can get it on iTunes or Buzzsprout late tonight or tomorrow morning. That's all we have for the Daily today. We'll be back tomorrow.